So here's a question. What makes a good third place in your opinion? Is it duck-related literature-themed lawn games? Or maybe just a really well-designed urban park? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through a few things that cities can do to make third places a little better. Europe is very well known for doing third places extraordinarily well. And a lot of efforts in America, even in major cities, have been met with quite a bit less avail. But some cities like Boston have been reconsidering third places for a while. And some of what's being done in those cities is a good example for what could be being done in a lot of other cities. Before I get into what we could do to make better third places, what even is a third place and why does it pertain to urbanism? So a third place has to be multiple things. It has to be a good place for people to interact with each other. It also has to be free or cheap. Restaurants don't count. So at this point, you may think that you can just kind of plop down an urban park or a cafe and it'll just be a third place. Well, actually, no. People have to build a culture of third places. And if third places are done right, they can integrate with the urban fabric extremely well. Like cafes. Cafes are a great place for people to hang out, and they add to the charm and usually walkability of the streetscape around them. So you say, you never use third places. Well, third places still have benefits to you. They add to the streetscape of a city, making it more walkable, aesthetic, and bikeable. These are very important things to have in a city, and third places actually actively promote them. So if the first 2 minutes of this video convinced you that third places are good, but you're still wondering what your city or town can do to make them more appealing to the general public and work with the urbanism better, well, I'm about to tell you exactly what. The first thing is make third places that have character. A lot of third places are just kind of generic. Good third places, though, actually show off what a city is about. Montreal's markets are a great example of this, but that's actually probably worth another video. This point ties in a little bit to the last point I made, but public art can really do wonders to make third places just a little more interesting. You can add as much public art as you want and still end up with a pretty mediocre third place if you don't do the third thing on this list, and that is add places for people to sit. This should probably go without saying, but in a public space that's meant for social interaction, people really probably want to be able to legally and comfortably sit down. So there's a few places in Quebec City's Old Town that feel like they'd be perfect third places, but they're actually not. And that is because they go against one rule of third places. Third places should be developed with local people in mind, not tourists. If they're in an area that only tourists go, or they're just designed around being Instagram worthy, they're not actually a real third place. So the nature and particularity of third places make them some of the hardest things to integrate into a city or town. But they have a lot of benefits, and it's worth incorporating third places into future developments. Okay, so since you watched through to the end of this video, I'm thinking you may like the video that's on screen right now about Barcelona. It has great urbanism and third places. And consider subscribing if you want more content like this.